Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your seats because what I'm about to share could be the most exciting update you've heard in years. The buzz inside the Iraqi dinar community is reaching levels we have not seen before. The words, "morning," RV release are echoing across chat rooms, calls, and investor groups everywhere. And today, one of the most recognized voices in this space, Frank26, has made a statement that has electrified his followers. His message, confidence, is at an all-time high. Now, I know you've heard big claims before. We all have. But this one is different because it's coming at a time when Iraq is making massive moves toward digitalizing its currency and preparing for a possible revaluation. So stay with me until the very end because you need to hear every detail of what's unfolding right now. Paragraph 2, 4 years. The Iraqi dinar conversation has been a mix of hope, speculation, and waiting. Every time there's a hint of change, excitement surges in for good reason. The potential financial shift is massive. But what's happening now feels different. Frank26's latest comments have sparked a new wave of optimism. When he uses the word confirm, it grabs attention. Instantly, people want to believe that this time, the talk is backed by solid movement behind the scenes. And let's be honest, confidence at this scale doesn't just appear for no reason. Something is giving these insiders a reason to believe that Iraq could be closer than ever to making a game-changing announcement. The idea of waking up one morning to a revalued currency is fueling conversations day and night. Paragraph 3. But before we jump too far ahead, let's break down what a morning RV release really means. It's the concept that a revaluation could happen overnight, and by the time you wake up, the exchange rate would be completely different, possibly much higher. This is the dream scenario for holders who have been patient for years. Imagine going to bed wondering if anything will change, and waking up to find that your investment has multiplied in value. That's why the phrase has such emotional power. In this community, it's not just about money, it's about years of waiting, believing, and holding on. When Frank26 says confidence is at an all-time high, many interpret that as a sign that perhaps the wait is almost over. Paragraph 4 now. We have to remember that Iraq has been making some very important financial moves lately. This isn't just random hype. The country has officially entered a new digital phase for its currency. That means the Iraqi dinar is no longer just about paper notes being prepared for secure digital transactions. This is huge because digital currency is faster, safer, and harder to manipulate. It cuts down on corruption and connects Iraq more directly to the global financial system. And here's the key point: digitalization is often seen as a major step toward allowing a currency to float freely on the market. Without a secure, modern platform, a real float would be risky and chaotic. But now, Iraq seems to be building that exact foundation. Paragraph 5. This shift to digital currency means Iraq is stepping into the same financial arena as other modern economies. In the past, people in Iraq relied heavily on physical cash. That meant stacks of paper money, high risks of counterfeiting, and less transparency. But in 2025, things are changing fast. With mobile banking apps, upgraded payment systems, and even possible blockchain integration, the dinar is being positioned for a more secure future. These upgrades make it easier for both domestic and international trade to flow smoothly. And when a currency becomes easier to use and more connected to global systems, it can gain value naturally over time. This is part of why confidence is surging now. People are seeing actual groundwork being laid. Paragraph 6. But let's be realistic here. A sudden surprise revaluation is extremely rare in the real world. Big financial changes typically roll out in stages. Systems need to be tested, agreements need to be in place, and communication has to be carefully managed. That's why even if the phrase morning RV release excites people, the process often shows smaller signs. First, things like reforms, international partnerships, or adjustments in banking procedures. Still, these signs are exactly what we've been seeing in Iraq over the past months. And while nothing is guaranteed, the combination of visible progress and strong insider confidence is hard to ignore. Paragraph 7. Frank26's role in this is important because he has built trust within the community over many years. People listen when he speaks, especially when he sounds sure of his position. His statement about all-time high confidence isn't being taken lightly. For many, it's a motivational boost, a reason to keep holding and waiting, even when patience has been tested countless times before. This psychological side of investing is powerful. Hope and belief can keep people engaged during long periods of uncertainty. And in this case, confidence is acting like fuel, keeping the entire community focused on the possibility that the big day could be coming sooner than expected. Paragraph 8. Some of the confidence right now comes from whispers of bank readiness. There are reports of lower denomination notes being prepared, meetings with international financial organizations, and technical tests happening behind the scenes. While none of this has been officially confirmed by Iraq's government or central bank, the timing is making people pay attention. Digital banking systems are being upgraded, and the infrastructure for faster, more transparent transactions is already in place. These are the kinds of conditions that could support a smooth transition if Iraq were to adjust its currency value. And that's why the talk of a morning RV release feels a little less far-fetched than it once did. Paragraph 9. Still, we have to talk about the other side of this caution. Every veteran in the dinar community knows the cycle. Rumors spread, hope rises, then silence follows. This has happened countless times over the years. That's why a balanced approach is important. Yes, confidence is high, but without public verifiable evidence, it's still in the realm of speculation. However, what's different this time is the combination of digitalization progress, visible reforms, and stronger than usual insider optimism. It's not just random dates being thrown around. It's a sense that the groundwork is truly being put in place. Paragraph 10. Let's also consider the broader global picture. Iraq is building trade relationships, increasing oil exports, and strengthening ties with international partners. These moves give the country more financial stability and credibility. A stronger economy makes a currency revaluation more viable. Add to that the technological upgrades in their banking system, and you can see why some believe Iraq is getting ready for something major. This is the kind of behind-the-scenes alignment that investors look for as a sign of upcoming change. Paragraph 11. The phrase morning RV release has become almost symbolic at this point. For many, it's less about a literal overnight change and more about the hope that one day, patience will finally pay off. It's about waking up to a new reality, one where years of holding the dinar lead to tangible rewards. This vision is what keeps the community connected and engaged. Forums, calls, and chats are filled with people sharing updates, debating possibilities, and encouraging each other to stay the course. Paragraph 12. If such a revaluation were to happen, the effects would be instant and global. Markets would react, banks would update rates, and news outlets would cover it non-stop. The change would ripple through financial systems worldwide within hours. That's why, until we see those clear signs, the waiting game continues. But waiting doesn't mean doing nothing. It means staying informed, watching the progress, and staying ready. Paragraph 13. At the heart of all this is the fact that belief is a powerful force. Even without official confirmation, the optimism in the dinar community is keeping people united and focused. Confidence at an all-time high means that mentally and emotionally, the community is stronger than ever. It's a reminder that investing isn't just about numbers, it's about mindset, patience, and resilience. Paragraph 14. So, as we move through 2025, the message is clear. Iraq is changing, the dinar is evolving, and the community is watching closely. Whether the morning RV release happens soon or takes more time, the direction forward looks promising. The digital transformation of Iraq's currency is a real, measurable step. And for those holding on, each sunrise brings the possibility of being one step closer to that long-awaited breakthrough. Until then, confidence, unity, and patience remain the strongest tools in the hands of every dinar investor out there.